next. The Celtics taking on the Knicks. For the Celtics, in Game 5, they took care of business on their home floor. Now, back in enemy territory, they're looking for another win. Knicks, Celtics. Round 2 continues up next. It's Game 6 of the Eastern Conference semifinals here. Welcome back to the postseason action. It's heating up, folks. This is Ken Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table. And now the opening lineup for Boston. White in his shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. For the Knicks, they got OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the 4. Taking a look at Boston. There's just 1 goal from Greg and 1 goal only. Get this series to a Game 7.
And after everything they've accomplished this season, it would be a crushing blow if it comes to an end tonight. But if they can get out of here with the win, everything will be in their favor in Game 7.
They'll have the momentum for sure. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
We know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Shoot 2.
The free throw drops for Towns.
What's striking about Karl Anthony Towns is his resiliency. He'll bounce back from challenges. He's got a very impressive positive attitude.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
And here's Tatum for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody.
Here's Hart driving inside.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Towns. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. He said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. See if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
And it's Brunson missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Here's Holiday. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
From deep, Brunson, good on the triple.
It's about the work for Jalen Brunson. He's put in a ton of time to become a knockdown shooter.
Outside, White. There's the triple. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Brunson. Hart, wide open. He fires. Off target with this 3. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Outside, Tatum. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by New York. They come off a real tough loss on Wednesday.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
And I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so New York calls timeout. Their Jalen Brunson.
And he's taken off on a tremendous scoring streak at the perfect time. I mean, obviously, he's established himself as a premier playoff performer.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a three-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Brown outside. And the three off target. Knicks trail by 5. Outside, Towns. Some nice passing by New York here. And there's the foul on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Celtics leading by 5. Bounce pass, Holiday. There's Brown with the 3. Bridges with the board. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. And Brunson gets it to go.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Porzingis pass to Tatum. Pocket 4. It's White on the wing from outside the arc. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Knicks trail by 6. Bridges passes to Towns. Porzingis with the block.
A swat by Porzingis, that wingspan, letting you know he's in the house.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for Josh Hart. Miles McBride's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Now, here's Achua, guarded by Tatum.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Horford against Robinson. Horford's shot is good.
How about that? Contest is right there. Just Al Horford better on the offensive end than the defense.
Knocked away. Hauser with a pass to Horford.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first quarter. And they can't extend the lead to double digits. Knicks trail by 8. Here's Bridges. Achua, the pass to McBride. Back to Achua. They shoot again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on White.
Yeah, Achua has a knack for understanding when to opportunistically look to score and draw these fouls.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And he can't hit the second. Boston leading by 8. Here's Pritchard. Scoreless thus far. A 3-ball. Knicks with the rebound. Bridges outside. 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. Off target at the rim.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
But you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Here's Pritchard. And he could not get that one to go. On contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly, wow.
In a moment, to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
And they've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. But they've been fun to watch.
They get it again.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Bridges inside. And stolen by White. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Pritchard. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Robinson is right there.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
Now here's White. It'll count. And it's in. White nails the buzzer beater.
The Knicks.
Big time shot.
18.
Beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's a perfect end of the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. You are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinal. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. Torrey Craig is out there with Brown. And it's Porzingis in its center. Hart against Craig. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. They trail by 7. Brunson against Holiday. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Here's Craig. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Assisted
And the Celtics lead by 7.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Brunson the pass to Towns. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's McBride. Hart trying to get open to the inside. Porzingis with the steal. There's Brown with the 3. Knicks with the rebound. And here is Anunoby. Still without a basket. Out to Brunson. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
Celtics call timeout. And make some noise for your Knicks sitting answer.
Jason Tatum is checked in for Boston.
Jason Tatum.
And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with the rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. If best, Jalen Brunson.
And it seems like he's taking it on his shoulders to get every one of his teammates involved in the offense here in the postseason. What a passing display.
Craig with it. The 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Brunson. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Holiday. Here's Porzingis. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I tell you, it's 7'3" to have that kind of body control. Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Brown kicks to Porzingis. Towns with the steal. Here's Anunoby. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Boston leading by 10. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Knicks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Hart. one off the back iron and out. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Tatum kicks to Brown. From past the arc, hits it from three-point range. Brown's got the lead up to 13 now for Boston.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Chalk up 2 there. Brunson's got 13.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Craig can't get it to go. The Knicks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. And the pass to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Now Hart. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And New York making a change. Bridges checks in. Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Pass to Anunoby. And the layup fall.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Bounce pass Holiday. And here's Tatum for 3. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Anunoby. And then Anunoby slams it in.
How special can OG Anunoby be? Show off and show out.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Brunson. He's got 13. Hart, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Bridges. Count the basket.
Well, you love to see Porzingis battling through contact down low. That's a tremendous finish.
Here's Hart. And there's the drive.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets. You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Here come your Knicks City Dancers, everyone. Get loud for them.
A different look for New York. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for OG Anunoby. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Pass to Bridges. .114 left here in the second. Can't get it to fall. Celtics leading by 7. Outside, Horford. Beyond the arc. It's all in by Achua.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Payne. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker. And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Offensive rebound, the second effort, and he sinks the layup. Porzingis has got 11 points.
In such a rhythm right now, feathery touch, he's lighting them up.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of the game.
Now, here's Bridges. From deep three-point land. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. outside. David.
Thanks very much, Tibbs. Going against a high-powered offense like this, I know you have your work cut out for you at the defensive end.
Yeah, they're tough to guard. They put a lot of pressure on you. You can't make body position mistakes. We've got to make sure we try to make them work for the points.
We'll see if you can be more effective in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The NBA playoffs are happening, and we're happy to have you here for the halftime show. Looking at the Celtics, this is do or die for them tonight, and they're playing their hearts out. They built a nice lead for themselves, and if they can put together another half like the one they just played, this series may not be ending here in Game 6. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Celtics.
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline at the offensive end. It's not about getting the quick shots. And if you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their field goal percentage.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, don't get me started with the perimeter D. They're standing around flat for time to go down quickly enough. The result is way too many open threes, and at halftime, the deficit, that couldn't be avoided.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. It's Brown on the wing. He's guarded by Anunoby. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, you just love the concentration from Jalen Brown. Contested jump shot, no problem.
Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. And it's good off the back rim and in. Brunson's got 15.
Boy, whenever this team has needed a bucket, Jalen Brunson has been there. Right now in complete command of this ball game.
And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Knicks trail by 10. And here's Brunson. 15 points in the game. Bridges outside. No good on the 3.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Anunoby has the open look. Kept alive. Bridges double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
And so it's New York with it. Clock at 6. Brunson finds Bridges. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Bridges got it back down to single digits for New York.
Celtics lead 46-39.
Brown outside. White bounce pass from the arc. And Brown is good for 3. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter.
Jalen Brown with the immediate answer from three-point territory. Yes, sir.
On the wing, Anunoby. A floater. And Boston with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Towns with the defensive effort. Knicks trail by 10. Back to Brunson. Makes it off the glass. Brunson's got 17 now.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
White. And again, Boston with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. From deep, Brunson. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
For the 3. Take that! Oh, Tatum from the parking lot.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's Holiday. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jalen Brunson.
Drew Holiday is never afraid of contact, folks. So crafty at finding ways to get to the foul line.
Achua, he's checked in for the Knicks. Miles McBride comes in for Bridges. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Boston.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And McBride gets it to go.
That's just outstanding floor awareness from Jalen Brunson. It doesn't matter if he's at the 1 or the 2. He always makes the right play.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Celtics. Richard comes in for White. Lobbed up there for Robinson. McBride passes to Achua. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Celtics leading by 14. Bounce pass, Holiday. High post shot. Hauser misses. New York's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Brunson. Craig pulls it in. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Pritchard. And a missed layup. The Knicks shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And that one, good. McBride's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Boston's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. And now the Knicks on the break. Pulls up. And there's Brunson. That's good on the assist by Anunoby.
That's business right there. Jalen Brunson, the catch, shoot, and on to the next play.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Al Horford's checked in for Torrey Craig.
They are great, aren't they?
Boston leading by 10.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
1:58 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hauser, and he gets the bucket.
Sam Hauser.
1:46 left to play here in the third. There's the pass to Robinson. Pass to McBride. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Celtics have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's Cornett, guarded by Robinson. Cornett can't get it to go.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Payne, he's checked in for the Knicks. Holiday with the three. It's hauled in by Achua. And that one, good. Cornette's got 5 now.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Brunson against Holiday. Brunson with some nice D. Here's Payne. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Celtics leading by 10. Here's Horford. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Well, you think about the evolution of Al Horford's game. Who would have thought he'd become such a knockdown jump shooter?
Here's Brunson, and it's blocked. And they get it back. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Substitution for your Knicks, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges.
And the Celtics with possession here. Holiday inside the beats the buzzer.
Wow! Yes, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Boston, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. The guards are Pritchard and White, and it's Horford in at the 5. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Tries from 10, it's tipped. Back to White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, he is asked to do so many different things for whatever team he's on, but Derek White right now, aggressive hunting his shots.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's White. Nailed from three-point land. White's got 20.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Payne finds Hart. Back to Payne. And he uses the glass on the layup.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
73-58.
And so White will bring it up for Boston. And here's Brown outside. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got his 4th rebound in this one. Dishes it to Bridges. Passes it to Towns. Some nice passing by New York here. Shot clock at 6. Here's Payne. And he banks in the layup.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Outside, White. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 23.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Bridges outside. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Bridges with the steal. Shoots. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
You love the ability to stop on a dime, get into your shooting motion quickly. McHale doing work right there.
Here's White. Offline with his three. Knicks trail by 14. Here's Bridges. And Tatum pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Brown. Here's Pritchard. And the rejection by Towns. Bounce pass from Tatum. Pass to White. There's the three. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
3-point goal.
Tatum's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
New York takes timeout. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to pull this guy off.
A different look for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Achua. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. And then for Boston, Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. And it's Holiday in for Pritchard. Here's Brunson. Feeds to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl-Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
Celtics leading by 15. Brown outside. Lets the three fly. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Now the pass to Hart. Brunson outside. Back to Hart. Here's the three. Rebound Boston. Holiday's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Porzingis. Lets it go from deep. And there is White. And that's good on the assist by Porzingis. White's got 17 now, just in the second half. Brunson kicks to Hart. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot.
And again for three.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the Nets.
Now GA tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history. Holiday with the block.
This is one of the great defenders of his generation. Drew Holiday sent it back twice on the pipes.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Brunson. Celtics leading by 16. Outside, White. Connects again from distance.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for 2nd place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game. Passes it to Brunson. The floater. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Three-pointer. Good. Another from 3.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop it?
I don't know. And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Payne in for Mikal Bridges. Here's Payne with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And I can tell you, with this win coming in Game 6, things are looking very bright indeed for the Celtics.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And this series has really been entertaining. Now going all the way to a Game 7. They were able to force it after all.
Yeah, and I think this speaks to the fortitude they had coming into this game. They knew they had to win to stay alive, and they did it. And how about in dramatic fashion, going to be one heck of a Game 7.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game from Derek White.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Craig Good.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Payne passes to Anunoby. Out to Brunson. Poked loose. Back to Robinson. Anunoby left side. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. I think, Greg, they played with a little more, of a relaxed demeanor tonight, knowing this was it, now or never.
And their season continues because of that, Kevin. How about forcing a Game 7? This is big, and it's going to be an intense battle. I cannot wait.
It'll be terrific. You're right. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a five-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.